Gamers, we're playing Voidling Bound. It's a creature collecting spore-like action adventure video game. Did I hit all of the SEO keywords? Let's just do adventure. Now we're just messing around here. That seems more fun. I don't want to be a gamer anymore. I hope this game lets me get really freaky with it. Although that... I pray that that's not my avatar. I think it is, though. Well. I think I might plug a controller in. Been kind of a controller Andy lately, especially with, you know, how much I'm screwing up my own shoulder these days. My computer setup is absolutely fricked, and it's kind of my fault, to be fair. Oop. All right. Share here. All right. Whoop. Oh, no voice acting? That's honestly good, because I feel like if a game has voice acting and it's bad, it's more distracting than if it has no voice acting at all. Glad you suited up. Okay. Gotta get down on the ground. They spotted a survivor. Ready for neural binding. Oh, dude, is this gonna be like Avatar? I hope so. I didn't really read all that, but I think the game's gonna tell me what to do, probably. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Catch that one on YouTube. Slow the dialogue down just a bit. I do need to practice my voice acting, but I also have several interviews that I have to save my voice for. I was in an interview yesterday, and I don't know, like, after you tell your spiel for like the 8th time to another company, it just starts to get like boring. I shouldn't say that because, you know, like, I'm trying to get a job, I'm trying to get hired, so I can't really say that how dare they, but also I feel like they should know, you know, they should know that I have to give that same spiel every single time an interview starts. I know that like a resume doesn't tell the whole picture, but still. I guess I would prefer that than just get completely filtered out. They should, honestly. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at interviews. I don't know if I'm like good at doing like my job. Don't let my interviewers see this, but I'm great at interviews, I think. I guess doing improv definitely helps with that. Oh, cool. It's got like, it's a raw chicken. It's the raw chicken creature. It's really just unpleasant to look at. Do I get to make it my own? Can I make it better? It's the bird from Up with 4 beaks. All right. Oh, cool. He's just like with me. All right, then. Is he coming? There he is. Look at him go. Look at him scoot around. Look at you. What a cutie. All right. Oh, baby. All right. Strength build for sure. Gotta go strength. Link Voidling. I guess so. Do I get to like customize him? Oh. My bad. I want to get freaky with it. Okay, fine. Let's link. Am I like a goo man? Why is my helmet completely green? I know it's probably just to like give the player some agency or whatever. Dude, it is Avatar. With the blue people, not with the monks or whatever. Man, James Cameron really had to go ahead and co-opt the whole Last Airbender stuff, huh? Makes it very confusing. All right, it's a little framey. Gonna turn the graphics down just a scooch, because I do want to make sure the game is like working smoothly. Dude, this game, it's got a lot of polish, gotta say. Kind of good to look at. I didn't know that this would be a shooter exactly. Whoa! Okay. Cool, man. I'm sorry I was insulting this little creature. I wasn't familiar with your game. Oh, it's got a double jump. Press X before it runs out completely. All right. Combat. All right. Cool. Oh, okay. Whoa, that's a pretty huge dodge. Let's see. Ooh. So I'm almost done with voiceover class. I'm really hoping that that's gonna go somewhere. I'm not saying like I'm hoping to make money off of voiceover right away, because it sounds like it's an incredibly competitive field. And this is no shade to my classmates. I feel like we're all good at like gassing each other up in class without really understanding what makes a good voiceover artist. So, and I think it's I'm not saying that we shouldn't be supportive of each other. Also, I left this thing on the ground because it doesn't feel like I can pick it up. So, it's nice to be supportive, but then like you kind of get into a yes man circle with classmates, and they're not actually like critical. They're just willing to say like good things only. So basically what I'm saying is we need to ban woke. I'm just kidding. But we do need to give more workable feedback. Because I think some of the worst feedback I get sometimes is like, oh, that was great. Or, I know Newspire loves this one. That was fun. Just words that don't really like tell me how I did. Just like a vague descriptor of your personal qualities, of what you think is good or bad. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. This game kind of rules. I don't know if it's, I don't know how far along it is, but this game kind of is sick. Can I go in here? I don't know where this... Maybe I was misinformed about the sporeness of this game. But I thought it'd still kind of sweet. Maybe I should turn the difficulty up a little bit. Or not. Kind of midstream. So we don't need to worry about that. Also been taking some Python classes. Not really classes. I should just say doing like some like an online, like a Code Academy type beat online. I'm like, I have to trick myself into liking coding, I think. And so far, it's sort of working. Now, mind you, my code is still pretty unoptimal, but you know, what they said about Python, still kind of true. It's a pretty nice language because it's very simple to write. It's hard to like break a few of the other coding, you know, just the rules that almost every other object-oriented programming language uses. Like, I'm throwing in semicolons constantly. Call me third-eye blind because I'm living a semicolon kind of life. Oh, okay. All right, I make one joke and it's not good. What am I, the makers of Pissed? Unlike the makers of Pissed, I actually try to make jokes instead of just make like a fart noise and expect you to laugh. I don't like mean for this to be social commentary, by the way. I'm kind of just rambling, but literally what happened in the 90s that was comedy, like that was what people thought was funny. And I'm not saying that everybody in the 90s thought that fart jokes were funny, but that seemed to be like extremely pervasive. Oh my gosh, am I leaving loot on the table? Well, I'm not going back now. Yeah, because I mean, it was just like, I guess it wasn't even just kids' cartoons. Maybe it was Dumb and Dumber. Maybe Jim Carrey was, I'm thinking maybe Jim Carrey is the Antichrist? Is that something your aunt has ever said before? No, I wouldn't say that. I love Jim Carrey, but also, it's not his fault. It's the writers of Dumb and Dumber. It's their fault. It's the children who are wrong. Also, I want to say, like, Dumb and Dumber didn't really even feel like it relied on burps and farts. Like, it definitely was, I'm not saying that all the jokes in Dumb and Dumber were cerebral, but I am saying that it seems like even Dumb and Dumber was not that dumbed down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is Dumb and Dumber a comedy about dumb people for... I can't finish that sentence, because that doesn't seem right. Dumb and Dumber is not for smart people. Dumb and Dumber, I feel like, is for the lower half of the bell curve. I'm not saying that people in the upper bell curve can't enjoy it, but I am saying that it's not for brainiacs. Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing it. Oh, there it is. There's my... I mean, I don't really understand being a Jim Carrey hater either, because he's pretty talented. I'm gonna need to hear your reasons in chat. He's not funny. Okay, well, I need you to elaborate on not funny, because that's another one of those things that's like subjective. I don't really, like, I might be with him on Adam Sandler. I don't know. Make funny. Well, I mean, that's physical comedy. I feel like Jim Carrey's physical comedy is impressive enough that even if it doesn't always land, like, you still gotta respect the man for putting himself through that. And he's got acting chops, because, what is that? How am I forgetting the name of the movie? You know the movie with Ed Harris. He's in the TV show, The Truman Show. I literally can't think of that. But also Eternal Sunshine. The man can act well enough, and now he's just having fun. Well, now he's not really Eggman anymore. He was, but I don't think it's really Jim Carrey being funny. It's Jim Carrey being put in situations that's funny. You know they love to see a comedian be put in a situation. I don't really like the way that this thing follows me around. I know that he's like my buddy or whatever. He's just like a creep. I'm sorry to my little bird friend. Maybe we should like focus on what you do find funny so we can get a metric of what is, well, what your style of humor is. I think Jim Carrey would be funny if he just stood on stage like the emoji and didn't do anything. I don't get it. That is the humor, is Jim Carrey stretching his body into zany proportions. You tell me you didn't love when Jim Carrey was the Riddler? All right, actually that might not be an accurate. Okay, pyro element. Okay, so we go fire. Oh, I can only pick that because I didn't get pyro. I guess he's got to look like that. All right, well, I don't have enough. Okay. All right, now I get it. Now I understand. You want people to make pissed type humor. Actually, yeah. Check him letterboxed. Okay, I think I gotta just use my mouse on this one. All right. Oh, I get an alt? Yes, sir. Range, fire rate. That sounds fun. What do we get here? Melee damage. Explosion damage. I don't know, man. I'm kind of just click on stuff. I love a fire rate upgrade. Oh, I'm out of stuff. I'm out of junk. Bummer. I should have slaughtered a little more wildlife. Yeah, Hundreds of Beavers is actually like a great movie. Although I can understand if you don't like it, because it's kind of long. Sorry to Bother You, was that? I guess that was a comedy. Had humorous elements, but I feel like he likes the bashing of big corporations part of Sorry to Bother You more than he likes the funny parts. Sorry to Bother You. Is this like a safe space where you can talk about Sorry to Bother You, or is that like, are we still in spoiler territory? Because the first time I watched Sorry to Bother You was with like a group of people, which I think is how you should watch Sorry to Bother You. I don't think that's a movie you watch alone. It's a movie that you watch with at least one person who's never seen it before, so that like they can, you watch them. It's one of those movies where you watch the person watching the movie to see what their reaction is. Because it's a pretty incredible movie. What is essence? Sure, that seems fine. It does like it. I think you're right. It does start to. I was checking my watch by the end of it for sure. Overall, good movie. They kind of lost the plot a little bit, but maybe that was the point. I felt like there were some things in the movie they kind of just didn't wrap up at all. I wasn't really sure what the movie was trying to say by the end of it. He's told you, man. He likes Louis C.K. after he did all that stuff. For me, like, favorite comedians, I gotta say, like, I thought that I liked the, I mean, I should say I like the Whose Line guys, as long as I don't have to, like, see them presently, because Colin Mockery was in Atlanta over the last weekend, so I saw a little bit of him do improv with actually people that I performed before, so that was kind of cool to, you know, now I've got a few degrees of separation from Colin Mockery, which isn't really worth anything, but I don't know. I think it's just like you see those guys do like a TV show for so long, you see them do their thing, and you build up this idea of like how funny they should be in your head, and turns out that man, the editors really do a lot of work. Editing is magic. They really know how to make the guys look funnier than they are. I'm not saying that they're not funny or witty, but... And maybe it's also just after watching so much Whose Line growing up, and finally... like, seeing them do the same things in person, it's not terribly exciting. Because I've seen it a dozen times. Probably thousands of... I don't think there's thousands. There's definitely hundreds of Whose Line episodes. So I've seen it enough that, like, I don't need to see these guys do it in person anymore. Because I felt very similar when I went to see the rest of the Whose Line cast. It does make me a little sad that, like, they don't... Oh, shoot. Should have dodged, huh? It makes me a little sad, I don't know why, to see that, like, Colin doesn't tour with the rest of the Whose Line guys. Like, he doesn't tour with Ryan, and I guess, like, you work with somebody long enough that you don't really... Maybe you're sick of them. But, yeah, he kind of just does his own thing now. And I was really hoping that it would be good, and it was mostly just fine. Can you aim a little bit? Nice. Oh, come on, that was a clean dodge. Oh, right. I forgot I have a sprint. Go, man, go! Sorry, I don't know why I'm leading either. Yeah. I don't know. I think, like... Maybe what I'm saying is we shouldn't have favorite comedians. Unless your favorite comedian is me, in which case I think you should have a favorite comedian. I think that's most comedy programs, though. I don't think you're wrong for feeling that way. Especially like sketch shows. I've never seen a sketch show where all of the sketches are bangers. And you know what they should do is tell me who wrote which sketches, because what I want to do is go on a witch hunt for all the people who wrote the sketches I don't like. I think improv has made me want to try to write more sketches as well. Because Dad's Garage has, they have like improv for sketch classes. And I think I'd like to try that. I never really thought that I would be good at writing sketches. But once I realized that like that's kind of just how SNL works and how a lot of these sketch shows work is they get improv comedians and just kind of like, you know, work it out. I think I could do that. Of course, I would have to get a job first to pay for such a class, but, you know, basically I'm saying I think I'm funnier than the average person. No, that's not true. Okay, well, I got a lot of loot, so let me upgrade my feller. Santa brought it early is a pretty good one. Short range projectiles that slow enemies. Poison stack. Dude would love a poison. No. You're right, though. I mean, have you seen Twitch chat? Not you guys! But yes. That's why a comedian's work is so difficult, because you have to, you know, you have to appeal to the average person.